Alright, man. Here we are for another Dude's Views. Haven't done one of these in a while, um, but I think this one's needed and get into the swing of things here in 2019. Be sure to subscribe down here. Hope to have a few more Dude's Views coming out this year. Probably a lot around the subject of this for the Disney's Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and when new roller coasters come out and whatever else comes up. But definitely try to subscribe, help me out. Um, so, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. There's a lot of crazy, batshit crazy rumors out there that I really think are sort of being glommed upon by the community as being true, and I just don't think they are. So that's what we're here to talk about. Just for starters, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I saw Star Wars in 1977 with my dad. Saw Empire Strikes Back 1980 with my dad, and so on and so forth. Saw Darth Vader get his helmet put on for the first time with my son, and it was a teary-eyed moment. So, huge Star Wars fan. Got my Admiral Akbar cereal. I got tons of action figures. My daughter's middle name is Leia. So, yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan. Um, Disney. I went to Disney World, stayed in the Contemporary Resort back in the good old days in like 74 or so. And I've been there dozens of times. Been to Tokyo Disneyland Paris. Tons of Universal parks. I consider myself more of a Universal fan now. I definitely spend more time at Universal when I go to Orlando than Disney, mostly because the lines are just crazy at Disney. And what we're going to talk about now is going to make things even worse. I just think this is going to be a nightmare to go there. So, but I think people's expectations are way too high. Doesn't really matter. Disney doesn't have to, let's be honest, they don't have to build some insane ride right now. Their parks are crazy packed. Star Wars is going to sell itself. I'm going to be in line to buy whatever blue milk special drink they have and whatever special tankard they have. And, now beyond that, beyond the food, I think they're going to have a hard time merchandising. I mean, I can buy damn near anything I want with Star Wars slapped on it already. I guess they don't have Star Wars caskets, but I can always get the Kiss casket. So, they don't have to try really hard. They don't have to have that ride that just completely blows your mind. They might. I hope they do. I haven't had my mind blown by a ride in a while. To me, Indiana Jones Temple of the Forbidden Eye, definitely mind-blowing ride. Star Tours, when it first opened up, that sort of simulator was pretty cool, but it didn't have that same effect as Indiana Jones. That was a game changer. Spider-Man, total game changer, blow your mind away. Still, at 20 years old this year, and it's still an incredible 19 years, and it's still absolutely incredible. Probably the best ride on the planet. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, But let's think of those two. Now Indiana Jones, that was just the golden age of sort of the end of the golden age of the Imagineers. But Spider-Man and Forbidden Journey, those were built by Universal because they had to get business. Spider-Man had to be an absolutely blow your mind ride to get you to want to come to Islands of Adventure. Forbidden Journey was another. I was like, please come to Islands of Adventure. We do have other stuff, and boy, that one did it. Disney doesn't need that, so everybody thinks they're gonna be swinging for the fences on this. I just don't see it. They're gonna put in solid rides. But let's talk about some of the things. So I'll do another video on Smuggler's Run here later. Again, subscribe and you can get notified when that one comes out. But today we're going to talk about Rise of the Resistance. You're supposed to be going through probably a first order base, and it's not interactive, so I'm not sure, you're just there to watch. I don't know if you'll be sort of following maybe Rey or Finn or somebody from scene to scene to sneak your way through there or something. My guess is probably going to be some new character that may or may not show up in the next movie, because it's supposed to be between the Last Jedi and whatever the last movie is going to be called. So Kylo Ren is the only bad guy, because, spoiler alert, Snoke died, or he could come back sort of a la General Grievous, I get, or not General Grievous, but Darth Maul. But don't see that happening. He's probably gone. So Kylo is the only bad guy that can be in here. Of course, you have unlimited stormtroopers, and that, so that gets the first one, the AAs, audio animatronics. I don't think there's going to be 100 of them. I think maybe 4 or 5 are going to be top-notch ones. Sort of like Shanghai Pirates has just a handful of really top-end ones. I mean, even Frozen Ever After has 2 really cool Olafs that move around. Now, if they could do that moving Olaf to a full-size Kylo Ren, or, and maybe fighting somebody else, and, pulling out his lightsaber, which would be hard to show it come on in real life. But that'd be really cool if somehow they could pull that off. Speaking of that, this video here you're seeing right now, the AT-ATs, it shows laser bolts actually coming out of the AT-ATs. There is a patent out there by Disney that's supposed to simulate a laser bolt. And people are thinking that's going to be used here, that sort of uses mirrors to make it look like light is traveling through space. It might be able to be pulled off on this. It'd be really cool if it looks like the video. That's one of the things I do think they might be able to pull off. But the AAs, yeah, there's 100 AAs, people are saying, but even Disney seems to be trying to, pull that back. It's like, this isn't 100 shamans from Navi River Journey. So I expect, a handful of really top-end ones, maybe another handful or so of First Order generals and, just Joe random people in the scenes, and then lots of stormtroopers that may move an arm and do this, and, but we'll see. Maybe Disney will blow us away with nothing but top-end AAs, but again, they don't have to. So I just don't see them doing it. I do hope for, I think, so getting sort of the next thing is being a Spider-Man killer. Everybody's saying that this ride's going to be better than Spider-Man with motion and everything. You look at this picture and you look at the video from the ride that's leaked. This looks like, your basic trackless Disney ride, which doesn't move much. I've ridden Ratatouille in Paris. It moves very little. There's just not the space there for a motion base. So there is rumor that at some point in the ride, your vehicle will be locked onto a motion base platform, and that will be in front of a screen, and then you will have probably an extended scene in front of that in motion, be more of a simulator type part. Could be part of a force battle with Kylo Ren, perhaps, but starting to think maybe that's the rumors of it being, multiple rides, that one of those rides is being counted is this simulation section that could most likely be near the end or be the finale to it on this motion base. I still don't think it will be quite as crazy motion as Spider-Man, but it would be a change to the ride right for the finale. Now, could Kylo Ren raise his arm and force pull your character, your motion ride vehicle right up to him? Yeah, that could happen. That'd be really cool. And you can even split up into certain special, different rooms with multiple Kylo Ren, sort of like Ratatouille does, and have different scenes for each one. I mean, that sort of thing could happen. But you're not going to be tossed around on this thing. And the other thing people are talking about is this being, so much more than this ride vehicle you see. The people right from the very beginning said, oh, you'll ride this and then you'll get off and you'll have to go do something and then you'll get back on. No, that's just not the way these rides. You can't have an unload and load station in the middle of nowhere and just have people jump off and go do something and jump back on. You've got to have a whole load station again with employees and safety checks and all that. It's not going to happen. It might have a much more involved pre-show. There's a lot of rumors that the pre-show is going to be really cool, and that there is a large concrete base for the pre-show in the construction. So maybe the pre-show will be a lot more than what we're used to, but I still think you're going to be standing for it. I don't think it's going to be a ride vehicle with safety checks and everything like that. That would be really, really different to have two safety checks for one ride, because then you would need a pre-show for the pre-show to give you the safety check for the pre-show, because that's what the pre-show is for. That's why you can't skip pre-shows, because the laws, you've got to watch. Oh, this is what's going to happen. So you'd start getting into 3 pre-shows, and you had to have pre-show for the pre-show, and then after that another pre-show for the actual ride. I just don't see it happening, and I don't see anything happening afterwards. You can't be having 1,200 people an hour, 1,500 people an hour getting off of the ride vehicles, and then have some motion simulator, like people are saying, that matches up to them to finish the ride. Because as soon as one of those theaters goes down, or there's a problem with the seat belt and it doesn't launch on time, and then people are still pouring into the waiting area, I just can't see that happening. I just really can't. Maybe Disney will really surprise us with this, but I think all those rumors just need to die off a little bit. And Disney does seem, and some of the bloggers do seem to be finally realizing that what they're saying is just nuts. And I really do think some of the stuff is nuts. So, and as far as the Rise of Resistance ride, like I say, I think it's going to be a lot of screens, probably a lot of projection mapping, and hey, those two can be combined for something as awesome as Mystic Manor. So, not a bad thing. Again, they make a Mystic Manor theme to Star Wars, that's going to blow people away and make everybody happy and make everybody go buy their blue milk drinks and t-shirts and pins and all the other crap. So, I don't think there's going to be a lot of motion base. I don't think there's going to be this ungodly number of high-end audio animatronics. I just don't see it. I think it's going to be I'm hoping for a really solid e-ticket ride that Disney hasn't done in a real long time, in my opinion. And but I don't see anything here that's going to be a game changer. I think it's going to be, quite honestly, it's going to be Disney finally making a ride that sort of compares to Spider-Man. Taken them sure long enough in the States, and about damn time. But I don't think this is going to be a ride you're going to get off and go, oh my God. And I hope not. I hope it is. But if it is, then that's just going to make the lines crazier. And that may be another thing I discuss in a different video. It's just the craziness of the lines. So don't want to make this too long. So that's the dude's views. That's sort of like my opinion, man, on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Please subscribe and get notifications if you want to see more Star Wars Galaxy. Comment below if you want to. Start discussions. I always answer comments. Call me bad names, whatever. I don't care. So that's about it. You guys out there abide, and I'll see you later.